He came to destroy her. But one single glance changed everything, and the Dark King fell hopelessly in love with her.
Welcome to Dreamland Tales.
In a faraway kingdom, there lived a beautiful princess named Elira. She was known for her kindness and pure heart. The kingdom was peaceful under the rule of her father, King Alden. But beyond the northern mountains, a dark power was rising. The Dark King, Malgar, ruled the Shadowlands. He was feared by every kingdom in the world. His heart had long ago turned cold and merciless. One night, a strange darkness covered the royal palace. The stars disappeared from the sky.
These gifts are a token.
Princess Elira felt an unknown fear in her heart. Suddenly, the palace gates burst open by a storm of black wind. The Dark King had arrived in the human world. His eyes glowed like burning coals in the dark. King Alden ordered his soldiers to defend the palace. But no sword could touch the shadow of Malgar. He walked straight toward the throne room. Elira stood in front of her father, fearless. Something strange happened when Malgar saw her. His dark powers trembled for a moment. He had never felt this before. Malgar did not attack. Instead, he spoke in a deep, broken voice. "This kingdom belongs to darkness now," he said. But Elira replied bravely, "Not while I breathe." Her courage surprised even the shadows. The Dark King disappeared without harming anyone. But he left a curse behind. The kingdom slowly began to lose its light. Flowers turned black. Rivers stopped shining. Elira decided to end the curse herself. She left the palace at midnight. She traveled toward the forbidden northern mountains. The wind whispered warnings around her. But she did not stop. Deep in the forest, she met a blind old witch. The witch told her a secret truth. "The Dark King is not your enemy alone," she said. "He is bound to your destiny." Elira did not understand those words. She continued her journey. Days passed into nights. Finally, she reached the Shadow Castle. The sky there was permanently dark. Thunder never stopped roaring. Elira entered the castle alone. The walls whispered her name. Suddenly, Malgar appeared in front of her. This time, he was not angry. He looked tired and broken. "Why did you come here?" he asked. Elira said, "To end your curse." Malgar laughed sadly. "You cannot end what you are part of," he said. Elira stepped closer without fear. Their eyes met for the second time. A strange light connected them. Visions of the past appeared. Elira saw a forgotten truth. The Dark King was once a guardian of light. He had sacrificed himself to save the world. But the sacrifice twisted his soul into darkness. Elira realized the curse was not his fault alone.
"You have defied me.
"You were
for
never
the last
evil," she
time.
whispered.
This world will
Malgar
soon
looked away
kneel
in
before
pain.
my darkness.
"I cannot
or it will
return," he
break."
said. Elira held his hand. The castle shook violently. The darkness began reacting. Light started breaking through the walls. Suddenly, a shadow beast attacked them. It was the curse itself taking form. Malgar tried to fight it alone. But the curse was too strong. Elira stood beside him. Together, they faced the monster.
It is the curse.
Elira's
The
heart
kingdom is
radiated
falling
pure
into
light.
shadow.
We have to go.
Malgar's shadow powers merged with it. A balance was created. The beast screamed loudly. The castle began collapsing. "We must destroy the curse source," Elira said. They ran toward the core chamber. The darkness was strongest there. A floating black crystal hovered in the air. That was the origin of the curse. Malgar explained it was sealed by his life force. If destroyed wrongly, he would die. Elira refused to accept that fate. She searched for another way. Time was running out. The castle was breaking apart. Elira placed her hand on the crystal. Malgar tried to stop her. But a miracle happened. The crystal responded to her light. It recognized her royal blood. The curse began shifting shape. Instead of destruction, it transformed. Darkness and light started merging. The entire castle exploded in glowing energy. Elira and Malgur were thrown into the sky. Everything went silent for a moment. Then slowly, they fell into a new world. The kingdom's light began returning. Flowers bloomed again. Rivers started shining. The curse was finally broken. But Malgur was unconscious. Elira held him with tears in her eyes. The people of the kingdom gathered. They saw their princess return. But they feared the Dark King. Elira stood in front of him.
Glowing fire,
He saved us all, she said firmly.
Spin the circle, cast the
Silence
spell, make
filled
the
the crowd.
magic brightly swell.
Slowly, the king's guards bowed. The kingdom accepted the truth. Malgur was not their enemy anymore. He was their lost protector. Days passed peacefully. Malgur finally opened his eyes. He was no longer fully dark. A soft light remained within him. Elira smiled for the first time in days. But Malgur was confused. "Why did you save me?" he asked. Elira replied, "Because you were never lost to me." A quiet bond formed between them. The kingdom began healing completely. But peace never comes without trials. A new threat appeared from the west. Ancient spirits awakened again. They wanted revenge for the broken curse. Elira and Malgur stood together once more. This time as allies. Their powers had become balanced.
I waited so long for this day,
Light and
Malgur.
shadow worked in
I
harmony.
was afraid it wouldn't come.
The battle
Elira,
was
my
fierce.
love.
We are finally
But their unity
here,
was stronger.
together.
The spirits were defeated. The kingdom was finally safe. People celebrated their survival. Songs of the princess and Dark King spread everywhere. But Elira knew something deeper remained. Malgur still carried fragments of darkness. She promised to stay by his side. Not as a ruler and monster, but as two souls connected by fate. The kingdom accepted their bond. Years passed in peace. The Dark King slowly became human again. Elira became a wise queen. Together they ruled with balance. Darkness was never feared again. It was understood. Light and shadow existed together. The world became stable. But their story was not forgotten. It became a legend. A legend of love and redemption. Of a princess who saw truth beyond fear. And a king who lost and found himself again. The stars returned permanently to the sky. Even the night became beautiful. Children were told their story. Travelers visited their kingdom to witness the land of balance. Elira often stood on the palace balcony, watching the peaceful horizon. Malgur stood beside her. No longer a Dark King, just a guardian of balance. "We survived everything," he said. Elira smiled. "Because we faced it together," she replied. The wind moved gently around them. The kingdom glowed under sunset light. Peace had finally become eternal. Their journey had
Stop,
changed
Elira.
destiny itself.
Listen to me, it is a trap.
But deep in distant
You must
lands,
come with me
whispers
now.
still spoke. Of a princess and a shadow king who broke fate itself. Their story inspired hope everywhere. Darkness was no longer feared blindly. And light was no longer alone. The balance of the world was restored. Elira and Malgur's names became immortal, written in the history of magic, as the greatest union of light and shadow. And so their kingdom thrived forever, protected by love and understanding. No curse could ever return. No darkness could break them again. The princess and the Dark King ruled wisely. Their bond became the strongest magic. A magic born from truth and sacrifice. The world finally found peace. And their legend lived on forever. The end.
If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and comment on the video. And don't forget to subscribe to Dreamland Tales for more magical stories like this.